Don't ignore these 8 signs of mini strokes in the elderly. It could save your life. Did you know that 1 in 3 people who experience a mini stroke will later have a major stroke? Yet 80% of strokes could be prevented if warning signs were caught early. Every year, over 240,000 Americans experience mini strokes without even realizing it. These silent warnings often go unnoticed until it's too late. Today, I'm sharing the 8 critical warning signs that neurologists say you absolutely must know, because recognizing them could mean the difference between life and death. With stroke being the 5th leading cause of death in the United States, understanding these warning signs isn't just important, it's crucial. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly what to look for, when to take action, and most importantly, how to potentially save your life or the life of someone you love. These aren't just medical facts, these are practical warning signs that anyone can spot. Stay tuned, because understanding these warning signs isn't just helpful, it's absolutely crucial. 1. Difficulty speaking or slurred speech. When blood flow to the language centers of your brain becomes compromised, speech difficulties often emerge as the first warning sign of a mini stroke. Medical professionals refer to this condition as aphasia, which affects your ability to speak, understand, read, or write. The brain's language centers, primarily Broca's and Wernicke's areas, require constant blood flow to function properly. During a mini stroke, these regions are temporarily starved of oxygen, leading to sudden communication difficulties. You might know exactly what you want to say, but the words simply won't form correctly. Picture trying to speak, but the words come out jumbled or slurred, as if your tongue suddenly became too heavy to move properly. Some people describe it as having a mouth full of marbles. This isn't just occasional word-finding difficulty, it's a sudden, noticeable change in your ability to communicate. Another manifestation might be struggling to understand what others are saying, even though you can hear them clearly. Words might sound garbled or lose their meaning entirely. Medical professionals call this receptive aphasia, where the brain's ability to process language becomes temporarily impaired. A key distinguishing feature of TIA speech problems is their sudden onset. Unlike the gradual speech changes that might occur with conditions like Parkinson's disease, these changes happen abruptly. Even if the symptoms last only a few minutes, they demand immediate medical attention. 2. Sudden confusion. Acute confusion during a mini stroke manifests as a sudden mental fog that descends without warning. This isn't the same as the occasional forgetfulness that comes with aging. The medical term for this cognitive disruption is acute confusional state, or delirium, and it occurs when blood flow to crucial areas of the brain is temporarily blocked. During these episodes, the brain's frontal and temporal lobes, responsible for processing information and making decisions, temporarily lose their oxygen supply. Imagine suddenly feeling like you've woken up in a strange place, even though you're in your own living room. Simple tasks like making a cup of coffee or dialing a phone number might become inexplicably challenging. The confusion can manifest in several ways: difficulty remembering recent events, trouble recognizing familiar faces, or inability to understand basic instructions. You might find yourself unable to recall your address or phone number, information that's usually readily available. This cognitive impairment differs significantly from dementia because it occurs suddenly rather than developing gradually over months or years. What makes TIA confusion particularly concerning is its rapid onset and severity. Unlike normal aging memory lapses, this confusion significantly impacts your ability to function. You might struggle with basic problem solving or become disoriented in familiar environments. Medical professionals particularly note the importance of recognizing this symptom, as it's often dismissed as stress or fatigue. Sudden weakness or numbness. One of the most recognizable signs of a mini stroke is sudden weakness or numbness, typically affecting one side of the body. Medical professionals use specific terms to describe these symptoms: hemiparesis for partial weakness, or hemiplegia for complete paralysis. These symptoms occur when blood flow is temporarily blocked to the motor cortex, the brain region controlling muscle movement. Your face, arm, or leg may suddenly feel heavy or unresponsive, as if they've fallen asleep, but without any obvious cause like pressure or positioning. A simple test is to smile in front of a mirror. If one side of your mouth droops, it could indicate a TIA. Similarly, try raising both arms to shoulder height. If one arm drifts downward or feels weaker, this asymmetry demands immediate attention. During a mini-stroke, the brain cells controlling movement don't receive enough oxygen to function properly. The weakness might start in your face, causing one side to droop or affect your ability to grip objects with one hand. Some people report a complete loss of sensation in the affected areas, while others experience a combination of weakness and numbness. This one-sided weakness is particularly significant because it helps distinguish TA symptoms from other conditions. Unlike general fatigue or muscle weakness from exercise, TA-related weakness is almost always unilateral, affecting one side. Even if these symptoms resolve quickly, they serve as a crucial warning sign of potential future strokes. For dizziness or loss of balance, sudden dizziness during a mini-stroke differs significantly from common vertigo or lightheadedness. When blood flow to the cerebellum or brainstem is compromised, your entire sense of balance can be thrown into chaos. Medical professionals refer to this as acute vestibular syndrome, which occurs when the brain's balance centers lose their normal blood supply. Your brain's balance system requires precise coordination between visual inputs, inner ear signals, and sensory information from your body. During a TA, this delicate system is disrupted. You might feel like you're on a spinning carousel that won't stop, or experience what doctors call gait ataxia, an unsteady, staggering walk pattern that makes you appear intoxicated. The severity of this dizziness can be particularly dangerous for elderly individuals, as it significantly increases the risk of falls. What makes TA-related dizziness distinct is its sudden onset and the presence of other neurological symptoms. Unlike benign positional vertigo, this dizziness isn't triggered by position changes and won't resolve by sitting down or staying still. This type of dizziness might also be accompanied by nausea or vomiting, but what sets it apart is its abrupt onset and severity. The room might seem to spin violently, or you might feel a powerful pull to one side. These symptoms occur because the brain regions responsible for maintaining balance and spatial orientation aren't receiving adequate blood flow. 5. Temporary vision changes. Visual disturbances during a mini-stroke can manifest in several ways. The medical term amaurosis fugax describes a temporary loss of vision in one eye, often described as a dark curtain descending over your field of view. This occurs when blood flow to the retina or visual cortex is briefly interrupted. Some people experience diplopia or double vision, where the brain struggles to properly align images from both eyes. Others might see bright flashing lights, called scintillating scotoma, or experience partial vision loss in both eyes, known as homonymous hemianopia. These visual changes happen because the occipital lobe, your brain's visual processing center, isn't receiving adequate blood flow. Unlike eye strain or migraine auras, TA-related vision problems typically affect one eye or one side of your visual field. They occur suddenly and usually resolve within minutes. 6. Severe headaches. While headaches aren't the most common TA symptom, when they do occur, they're often described as a thunderclap, a sudden severe pain that reaches maximum intensity within seconds. These headaches differ from typical tension or migraine headaches in both their intensity and onset. During a mini-stroke, blood vessels in the brain undergo rapid changes in pressure and flow. This vascular stress can trigger what medical professionals call a sentinel headache. Think of it as your brain's fire alarm, warning of potential danger. The pain might be accompanied by photophobia sensitivity to light or phonophobia sensitivity to sound. What makes TA-related headaches particularly concerning is their association with other neurological symptoms. Unlike a typical headache, these often come with additional warning signs like dizziness or visual disturbance. 7. Tingling sensations. The medical term paresthesia describes the pins and needles sensation that can occur during a mini-stroke. Unlike the temporary numbness you might experience after sleeping on your arm, TA-related tingling results from reduced blood flow to your brain's somatosensory cortex. These sensations typically affect one side of your body and can travel in a wave-like pattern. You might feel it start in your fingertips and progress up your arm, or begin in your toes and move upward. This pattern occurs because different parts of the somatosensory cortex are affected as the blood flow disruption progresses. Unlike peripheral nerve compression, which improves with movement or position changes, TIA-related tingling doesn't respond to physical adjustments. The sensation can be accompanied by changes in temperature perception. The affected area might feel unusually hot. 8. Brief loss of consciousness. A sudden, brief loss of consciousness during a mini-stroke is called a presyncopal episode or transient global amnesia. Unlike fainting from low blood pressure or dehydration, TIA-related unconsciousness occurs when blood flow to the reticular activating system, your brain's alertness center, is temporarily compromised. These episodes might last only seconds, but they can be preceded by a sensation of lightheadedness or followed by a period of confusion. Some people describe it as graying out rather than completely blacking out. The medical term presyncope refers to the feeling that you're about to lose consciousness. During these episodes, the brain's oxygen supply drops below critical levels, triggering a temporary shutdown of non-essential functions to preserve vital activities. While brief, these episodes are significant red flags that warrant immediate medical evaluation. Remember, mini-strokes are medical emergencies that require immediate attention. Any of the 8 signs we've discussed today should prompt immediate medical evaluation. Don't wait to see if symptoms improve on their own. Every minute counts when it comes to preventing a major stroke. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and share your thoughts in the comments section below.